Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Frequency, frequency, frequency,
I'm Liane. I'm Liane. Are you ready to ride the Are you ready to ride the frequency?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition with Lady Liane Curtis, right in the frequency. Hello, Lady Liane.
Hi. Oh, my mic is on.
Beta.
Hello.
Oh, a little echo.
Yeah, I was actually wow, maybe I should shut that off or just not talk into that mic. Oh.
Yeah, when we get set up in a new place, I'm gonna have my studio set up. So
how cool.
Yeah, I miss my mic, I miss my headphones, I miss the
all the things.
Little sound noises. Oh, you got your guitar.
I did. I was practicing, because I just thought, I'm a little too comfy. And what, the next step of breaking out of my comfort zone is probably
Well, I'm getting ready to break you out of your comfort zone because I'm going to start putting you on TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah, starting today.
I should probably do that on my personal account. If I'm going to be on TikTok, I should be getting the views. You need to teach me to use TikTok.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to do some lives together too once we move to draw some audience to us and stuff. So we're going to be working on a lot of things. We got a lot of things in mind. I just feel sorry for Mary because her place is like trash from all the events and trying to move, and it's just like.
I don't even know. I can barely take care of myself and 4 parrots and get through morning to the end of the day without.
Yeah, we just got back from Wisconsin, so it's just like,
That's a lot. So when I first came on here, hi Roger. When I first came on here, you looked really like either he was completely whacked out on drugs or something. What's that look on your face? Why do you look so serious? What's wrong?
So let me share my screen here. Let me go back. So this guy, share screen. This guy right here is dancing, and I'll play a couple of clips here. Listen to this guy. Hey.
Let me tell you something, youth. Let me say something before I get this guy up. Oh, shit. Hey, bro, chill. We good. Initiate. I'm going to take you to hell, man.
So he wants to fight everybody. And I'm just like, what is wrong with this guy?
He needs attention. He's addicted to dopamine rushes for all the wrong reasons. Literally out of his mind, because somebody coherent wouldn't be like that. So it's either drugs, mental illness, the product of social engineering to make us all crazy. It's working. If he's a product of USNA right now, the way they've programmed everybody, then the strong people who can somehow hold on to their senses and be aware that there are more than 5 don't do that.
Yeah, Mary says it's pride and arrogance. Well, I'll tell you what, somebody comes up to me like that, wanting to try to do anything, I'm too old to fight. So, hello, Nilda.
So what happens?
You hear bang, bang. That's it. You don't have to do no karate stuff with me. You ain't going to get that close.
It's like Crispin Glover on freaking David Letterman on steroids.
Yeah, it's just like, and it's sad that people act like that in public. I was actually, before you came on, a car was driving by and he did a karate kick and kicked the driver in the face. And it's just like, why would you do stuff like that?
My socially engineered self just wants to laugh at that because there's something that's deeply programmed in us to like have this train wreck mentality where if something fucked up is about to happen, everybody's on it. Like, what is that? Why? You know, it's we really have to check ourselves to see what it is that we want to consume and why. Like, are we getting a dopamine hit by watching this guy act up? Is it some kind of like, that's where I would start looking at like why I mean, not you personally, but yeah, I guess you personally, because I stepped like, why are you even looking?
You know, people used to do that to me when I was on the department. I popped with the taser and laughed. So,
like, I had a next door neighbor once. His name was Jim, and Jim worked for LAPD. And every time you saw a car chase on Fox TV, it was Jim.
Oh,
Jim
wow.
Holcomb, every time. So, like, you'd go over to Jim's house, really nice house, and you'd keep it. He kept it very like immaculate. The lawn was immaculate. Like, he was a character,
right?
His was really cool. And they had this savage little cat. I can't anyway, but Jim was a fan of Mickey Mouse. So the bedroom had Mickey Mouse in it. There's one time I came over and I walked up the stairs to go to Mary's sewing room, and there's Jim sitting on the toilet with the door wide open, just inserting himself in the conversation. She's like, Jim, really?
What?
Yeah, it's not like he was exposed. But I'm sure like she probably had him trained to sit down and pee because like, look, I'll tell you, and sorry, I'm so sorry, honey. But when I lived with my husband, like really? And then he blamed female backsplash. I'm like, what the fuck is female backsplash?
What?
Like, only if you're sleeping and entertaining racehorse female. Like what? What, a cow? Are you calling
like Nilda says, turn out the lights, then talk.
Well,
or wait till later.
All I'm saying is if you've got bad aim, sit the fuck down, because no woman wants her toilet or bathroom with the aromatherapy of the New York subway. It's just nasty. So now that I live alone, I don't have that problem. I don't. Not one of my toilets stink like urine. Because I don't live with a boy.
I know. I don't get it. That's why I hate using public restrooms.
You know, I've got a friend who's got a brother who will just pee anywhere and doesn't give a shit. Like between cars, on the wall, Central Park. Just whips it out and then the little shiver, because that's what you guys get, that little shiver. We don't do that. The micturition shiver. Sounds like a fucking dance.
Right? Mary just made me laugh. I was trying to keep a straight face.
Well, look, you know, you've got the pee-pee dance when you got to go, and then boys can actually do a pee-pee dance after, and it's called the micturition.
Hey, Squatch and holler.
Squatch and do Sasquatches have micturition shiver? That's my question.
No, that's Roger. I think a lot of Roger.
No, it's a question. Do male Bigfoots, do you think when they pee, they have that little shiver like you boys do?
That's I don't know. I have to ask that on a Bigfoot show.
You could just say my friend Liane has an idea of a Bigfoot and just wanted to compare and contrast, just like in first grade. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, right.
That's just because that's where my brain goes. I swear, you know, it's like my pre-recorded talks are mostly kind of sane. This is where I get to just work out all the cuckoo.
Mary says, I think the Bigfoots probably do a pee-pee dance and morph into an orb.
Leanne's house. You need to finish the sentence because they're all over here. That's what I think.
Yeah, right.
Wow. So, yeah, I wonder how many people a day carry on like that gentleman, and what can be done to model something else and like cure people, or at least relieve people of their addictions to dopamine hits, because I don't think that people actually realize that a lot of their behavior is based on getting that next hit of dopamine, and it escalates just like just like a serial killer. You know, right? Bigfoot shiver. Only if there's urine involved in the lyric somewhere. Maybe you could give Frank Zappa a little kiss and talk about yellow Sasquatch snow or something. See, do you think if a Sasquatch peed in the snow, he could spell his name?
I've done that before.
Well, of course. But do you think a Sasquatch would bother doing that? Or is that just some dumb human trick that they watch us? What the fuck is he doing? Okay, now we're just going, it's my fault. I started it.
I just created this song lyric.
Mary just said she just created a song lyric. Send it to me. I'll play it.
Please don't.
Leanne says, please don't.
That's like when Clive was on the other day. It was like, oh, y'all, thank you. And you guys keep riding the frequency. Oh, he said, did I just end your show? And I just deadpanned him and I went, no.
Yeah.
I have to have Clive back on. We did some remote viewing for him.
Absolutely. I think it would be great.
It's just a matter of his schedule being crazy. You know, he's got minor children and then.
No, trust me, I understand about schedule. It's yeah. So, absolutely.
So do you know anybody who's going to contact in the desert?
No, I don't. I haven't even reached out to anybody. I've been so busy with life in general and the shows and in the events and traveling. We really haven't got to much do anything. So everybody wants you to sing a song.
I'm not singing. I'm not doing it.
Was that Leonard Skinner?
No, that was Leanne murdering Leonard Skinner. There's a big difference. I can murder your song for you if you like. No, I'm really scared of singing publicly. It like just even the idea, I'm already getting like nervous. My hands are getting sweaty.
Wow.
I'm like literally, if you haven't seen Girlfriend from Hell, Maggie before she gets possessed, I turn into that if playing music live. It's scary. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, my tailor, my husband got this for me. And I've got a really nice acoustic Martin bass that sounds nice too.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'll play guitar quietly, but I don't know about singing. That, like I said, that scares the shit out of me. And then as soon as I make a clammy, nasty sound, I'm all, ugh. As soon as that happens, you turn into two people. One person who's trying to sing, and then the other person who's like spiraling out, like up in your head. Just play the Nilda. It's probably too loud. Let me turn that down.
Send that to me.
I'm scared. What's happening?
She's gonna send me the song she just created. You got to hear this, Liane.
If she sings her song, I'll sing a song.
Y'all crack me up.
Garage band? Where's she got a guitar? What the fuck's she doing?
I create all kinds of
She
stuff.
creates all kinds of stuff. I can't wait to move where I can set up the studio.
With what? Does she play guitar?
No, she does it all on a computer and
I play
phone.
instruments.
Plug
She
in.
does play. She plays tuba, all kinds of stuff.
She plays the tuba?
Yeah, can you believe that? A little girl like she is.
I marched for years.
That thing's bigger than she is. How
I
does she
know.
hold? She's probably got to have like a thing across her back, like a sling, a tuba sling.
No marching.
Porpoise sling for my tuba.
Right.
Yeah, no, I was trying to practice, like on the off chance I decided to grow a sack and sing a song, you know. But I'm scared.
I don't know why. It's natural for you.
It's not. It's natural for me to do it in my house. I can try, but like as soon as I feel uncomfortable, as soon as I make a mistake, I'm gonna stop. Like that's just how freaked out I get. Oh my God. Am I really doing this? Am I doing this? It's like, and then making a scene about it is just even more awful. Because it's not even like I'm looking for attention from that. It's just, it makes me so horribly uncomfortable to sing in front of people. Like I told you guys the story a long time ago when I decided to go to an open mic night and I wore a long skirt, and it was really good that I did because my knees were knocking. I was so scared. And then the guy who played drums with my daughter, Rich, he was like, "Aren't you having fun? Like, this is supposed to be fun." I'm like, I need a shot. I'm scared. No, what if then you make them free? Yeah, I need to free my own bird. Like, I need to free the bird because like it wants to sing, but like not in front of you. You can go listen to my Spotify. And that's the thing, you know, a lot of people are like, you know, these people who record songs and they can't sing. Well, I kind of can, you know. We're still waiting on Mary. Because
I'm trying to get it to download. Hang on.
Sure you are.
I
Just
am.
do it live.
It's awful.
She's
Sometimes
just-
I can't always find my file.
All right, I can try. How about this? I'll try a chorus of the song how about that? If I don't commit to do the whole thing, and I'll use my harmonizer pedal and see if that fucks up and this is a horrible embarrassment or what. Oh, I just want to vomit. Like, what if see? Oh my God. This is just it's been 5 minutes of this is embarrassing. Where's my friend Randall? He needs to be here. He's the one that always tells me you need to sing in a mic. Now I want to have a panic attack. Like I haven't felt like this since before I started meditating. We're of the earth, but from the stars. Stars seem to travel from afar. We volunteer, here we are. See, I can't. I'm scared. This is just I'm like my voice is shaking. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Oh my God! No. Read my palm. Stop. It's a good thing I wasn't looking. See, I'm a basket case. How do you, when it comes to this kind of stuff, see, look at how to watch Liane completely spiral out. Yeah, it's okay. It probably sounds better to you guys than it does coming out my mouth. Like it's what I always told, you know, seriously, if I had my daughter here or somebody to come like play the cajon and just sit with me, like it would be a little bit less crazy because then I'd have somebody.
Right.
you know, it's when you get nervous and then you can't control your voice. That's the problem. I have to really work on like playing the role of somebody who doesn't give a fuck. Seriously. I could probably talk to 1 million people. No problem. Make me do
Right.
this? I'll work on it, you guys. Maybe I'll work up to doing a song one day.
Bigfoot's gotta go out in the woods past midnight clear. There's a stomping sound that you might hear. It's not the wind, it's not a bear. It's Bigfoot dancing like he just don't care. But wait, he's twisting, turning in his stance. That ain't a grub, that's a pee-pee dance. Legs crossed tight, arms in a quiver. He's shaking hard with a silver shiver. Bigfoot's gotta go. Oh, don't you know he's doing the dance in the moonlit snow, hopping like a Yeti on a hot 10 floor. Looking for a tree with a bathroom door. He's got the wiggle, got the glide, trying to keep that pride inside. Silver shiver, nature's call. Bigfoot's dancing down the waterfall. He used to hide from every soul, but now he's lost all self-control. Sasquatch jiggling with mighty grace, sweat and panic on his furry face. He twirls around and does a leap, but this ain't joy, it's bladder deep. Crab walks left, so Josh right, nature's drum is beating tight. So if you're camping and you see a tree shake, don't be scared, it's no earthquake. It's just Bigfoot with a goofy prance, caught in the legend like pee-pee dance. Bigfoot's gotta go, yeah, it's getting real. Moonlight flashing on his fur heel. He's doing the twist, the sliver, don't let it out, it'll flow like a river. Dance of the beast, the primal strut. Shake those knees and clench that butt. Silver shiver, bathroom trance. Bigfoot's lost in the pee-pee dance.
Dude, you're fucking nuts, man. You're crazier than I am. Like, what? But see, and there it goes. Like, this is why, and I'm not dissing you. That's so good. And if you didn't have AI, it would probably take you like hours to record the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
That is very true. I used to write songs from scratch. It's so
Yeah.
much easier with the being able to generate stuff quickly.
Right. But then, you know, how many artists are getting put out of work and not getting hired?
They are, just
people.
because of that.
But this is what I'm saying. So basically, Mary, you're killing me. taking food out of my mouth there with your AI. But you know, it's the way of the world. Everybody wants things right now. Like, and that's not human. That's transhuman.
I'm
So
sorry.
there's
Leanne. I love you.
It's okay. No, it's not your fault. Like, I don't know.
Make you laugh. That's why I did it real quick.
Right? But you actually did. It's fucking hilarious. I'm going nuts. Oh my God. I can't believe how quickly you did that. It's fucking crazy. It was a good one. Oh my gosh. There you go.
Yeah.
For your knee. Don't show them boys your knee. Next thing you'll know, they'll want your peeping pepper sauce.
We only got 5 bottles left from the event. We sold almost completely out.
How much do you make at a time?
So we get them in big batches.
What does that mean?
We had to order X amount for a price break.
1,000? 100?
Oh, no, we can do 100 or so, yeah. Because we already bought into it, so. We're working on our barbecue sauce label right now.
So what happens? Oh, it's 5:55. This always happens. I just glance at my phone. Hold on, I have to text my friend. It's a habit. Every time I see it, he gets a text. It's my ex-boyfriend's big brother. Oh, it's weird, right? My boyfriend from when I was like 16 years old, from when I was jailbait. His big brother, I still talk to him.
Huh.
Crazy, right?
Right.
David Castello. Shout out. He's actually a .comer. They did really well. He and his brother back in the day, they bought up so many .coms before like there were rules about whatever. So they held on to things and sold whiskey.com for like $1 million. These guys. And I think they still have a bunch of .coms that they're holding. I know David holds mine for me when I 2255. Okay, so that's 1055. So you're in England, Lorna? Where are you? ¿Dónde está? Lord.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. You have to erase this episode. You know that, right?
Well, I'm getting ready to blast it.
Oh, don't do it.
Why? I think it's great.
No, it's terrible. It was terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. Horrible. I'm going to call a Chinese guy and make him sabotage your... Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Call the Russians.
Right.
Your hard drive. It'll just be this one episode deleted. Nothing else. I won't hurt anything. 10:55. That's okay. In Europe, you guys are 22. Where are you? But you might not want to tell me. That's okay. Well, it's better than being gastric. Scotland. That was also terrible. I married a Mackenzie. His grandfather's name was Murdo. And guest. Hello, Rita. Lovely Rita, Mita Maine. No.
I sing it every time she comes on.
Do you? Oh, no. 10.55? 10.55 what? Liters? Milliliters? Her wrench is metric too. Listen, now you're getting personal. I don't know if Lorna wants you talking about her wrench, okay? It's not polite. People are supposed to have manners over there across the drink, aren't you? Oh, God. It's the Grizzly Chris and Liane comedy hour. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, so what was I supposed to talk about? Energies, frequencies, and you?
I reckon.
Well, we're all here. See this? That's a low note. That's a high note. Unless something else happened to my guitar. They're both in 432 hertz tuning. But you hear they're all different notes, right? So we all vibrate. We're like a bunch of different guitar strings that have our own specific torque and vibration and frequency stamp. When you're low energy, right? Low energy, your body's low energy. Like remembering that you aren't your body and that your body's just reporting what your subconscious is doing back to you. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, I science eventually will say something that makes people stop ridiculing the idea that we're energy and we're frequency and that we have a frequential identification that's unique unto each of us. So does the planet. Certain parts of the planet have different kinds of energy. Arizona seems to be a pretty good hotbed of lots of different energies swirling around. And I guess, like that guy, if I were to sit that guy, Mr. Haya, if I were to sit his ass down, probably in restraints, because I'm not playing. I don't want a gun. He needs to be in restraints because clearly he can't restrain himself. But I would definitely love to, just see what's going on in here. What the hell are you thinking? So unless he's on drugs or mentally ill, which, or both, and then there's really no point. Just gotta let that sit because that's some special kind of special.
Mm-mm-mm.
But, I'd take him through that exercise that Muji took Andre Duquam through, that I did a half-ass version of with Grizz, like back in the day when we first started out, when we were little. Close your eyes, just for a second. Stop using adjectives to identify yourself. Just stop identifying with anything except nothing. Like, a lot of people can't even get that far to close their eyes and stop thinking. Right? And then what you're thinking. What are you thinking? How's that making you feel? And when you feel that feeling, does it catch 22 back into what you're thinking? And are you thinking and feeling what you're feeling and feeling what you're thinking and thinking what you're feeling and feeling what you're thinking? Next thing you know, 10 years go by and you're just obnoxious because you're angry because something it just got cemented. So the ideas, it's back to ideas. We what you think and what you believe are in relationship with the oscillation rate at which you're vibrating energetically, which sounds woo, 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 but really it's not. And when science figures out that you got to include the empty space is empty until you observe and collapse things and stop saying that that's the problem with quantum mechanics, is that there's nothing there until you observe it. And that's what's wrong with it. But that's exactly what's right with it.
Yeah.
We're using it right now. Whatever you believe right now is coloring what's happening to you in 5 minutes. If you don't like what happens to you, then check what you thought 5 minutes ago and how you were feeling 5 minutes ago or a year ago with relationship to whatever, and that's when it starts getting dissected into thoughts or things, and thoughts with intention. You're putting that into a field. It never goes away. So what are you thinking? And are you thinking things like that aren't kind? Are you smiling to somebody's face and thinking, Jesus, I wish, she needs to lose like 300 pounds. Oh my God. Like, in the privacy of your own mind, what is going on? Like, you can't hide from yourself. You know who you are. That's why it just gets stupid. When facts are that information is non-local, like, anybody who can go into the no thing and drop the shtick in the stories can tap into whatever the hell they want to. So theoretically, there should be no secrets in the government because information is non-local. They can burn all the paperwork they want, but the information is non-local because it was thought. It's permanent. How do you deny that when you're the government and then turn around and explain the trillions and billions of dollars you've spent on researching consciousness, psychic ability, creating technology-assisted consciousness and consciousness-assisted technology? And come on, it's like everybody's so distracted and watching TikTok. Like, we're energy. If you don't want to figure it out between the first and last breath, you'll remember after. When you're back into being, plasma with experiential awareness and awareness of awareness. You know, that's probably why we come here. Because when you're back there, like, it's not like there's too much love, but you know, you kind of want to get dirty for a minute, maybe 100 years. Go be part of some movie that you've created to go learn something and expand more. Yeah, the conditioning of overthinking. I think that that's a lot because everything we do tells us we're separated from each other and glitched. You can hear that only so many times without living up to it.
Right.
Even when right in commercials, everything tells you you're not okay. You need to buy this and then.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. That's right. The Big Apple. It's really as much of a shithole as it was in like the 1970s when I was 10 and there was all the reason why I shouldn't walk home from school by myself. Like today, it's crazy out there.
It is.
You know, it's not the New York City that my mom, she was in New York when it was the illusion of thriving, you know, after World War II, and then everything lit up pretty good, and then Broadway was good, and just living the life and composing jazz and just living in her space and just being creative and having enough to get by and not really, you know, always worried, but not really because that was the normal. So as long as she was worried, everything was fine, you know. But again, like that repetitive thing as she got older, the repetition of that. Are you feeding me? Is that food? Is that for me? What is that? It looks like a waffle. I want it. It's not a biscuit. It's a waffle. Send me a bottle of your sauce. You should send me some sauce.
I will.
YPD on every corner. But see, like, why do you even need that? Like, if there's civic awareness and, you know, what's I hate to say it, but you know, we have the police now in Times Square being gang attacked by migrants. I know. I want to eat it too, but they're just going to hoard it to themselves because right. You know, if they gave us access to the maglev tunnels and I could get back and forth to LA in 21 minutes.
Oh, right. Isn't that crazy?
Look, and this is what I'm saying about the world that the general public lives in has like the consumer, the whole way society works. The elite don't do that. Like groceries. They don't understand the word groceries is not part of their vocabulary. Do we have food in the house? What do we have? Like, it's not, did anybody go grocery shopping? You know, I heard an elected official say groceries. That's what you call them, right? Or it wasn't an elected guy. It was somebody. Like, it's what you call them. That's what they call them. They who? The uninformed masses who don't get to go into a bunker like you do when shit hits the fan up here? And why would you build a bunker? Why aren't you telling us what that's about? The event. If you guys know there's an event, and why not inform the public? And then turn around. It's we need to reduce the population to 5. Like, for what? For what? 5 million. Of course. That's the whole lunacy. The absurdity factor escalates by the nanosecond, metric or otherwise.
Right.
That was for Lorna. Special. Metric Margie over there in Scotland. I married into Clan Mackenzie. I said that before. It's okay. Now we've got like French French coat of arms mixing up with Scottish stuff. Like, what a mess. And there's my daughter, who's not afraid to sing in front of everybody. Nano is metric. See, there you go. Look at me being redundant and dumb American again. Have some Yorkshire tea. God, which I do drink daily, by the way. Yorkshire Gold on a special day. Tea slurper. That's why they call me Lady Liane. Yeah, it's okay. My grandma, to the day she died, with the little pinky. It's hard to do with this giant mug. It's easier with a teacup. Teacup. You're looking for a bird? I've got 4 parrots here. Unless you're talking about the other kind of bird, and then that's no way to propose. What's the matter with you? Double dipping my biscuit. You mind your biscuit. Waffle. Twat waffle. That was a word that my friend taught me. She called somebody a twat waffle. I said, a what now? She said, you've never heard that? I said,
Mary
no.
laughed in the other room. She heard that.
Stop being a twat waffle, Mary.
Give her waffle.
Waffle twat. I don't even know what that means. Uh-oh. I'm educating the boys. Liane doesn't get to babysit. Thank you. Here. Like, Liane probably shouldn't babysit. Like, I told you guys this too. Like, I've got two kids, adults who I know now, who said, you know, when you babysat me, I don't even want to. I was a bad influence. That's all. But I liked to share. What was I thinking? I was ready to do like martial arts moves and kick people in their car windows. I mean, it's right up there.
I know. I was like, what a moron.
Well, you know, it's like if you want to take the heat, he doesn't consciously understand what he's doing or why. It just, that feeling he gets when he's doing whatever it is more important than anything else. Pretty sure that that's all that's going on. And it's such an intense relationship with that feeling that I just have to always have.
Right.
Right. That makes sense though. You know, I think the real addiction is to dopamine, you know, and the escalation thereof, you know. But I feel like why can't I get a chick, not even Lorna? Oh, the day you stop is the day they'll flood your face and be like, hey, baby, oh, I want you. Oh, Virgil. Ooh. Maybe they shouldn't sing that. Always the ones who sing me crazy songs. Why is it that I always attract the crazy ones? Crazy bird from America. Even? Yeah. What she said. How dare you? Not even Lorna. What does that mean? Yeah, with your waffle. Or with Mary's waffle.
So true.
Would you like some tea?
I love tea. I miss my tea. I haven't had any today.
Really? I have it at least once a day. I have coffee in the morning, tea in the afternoon. I should steep green tea. I have lots of it, but it's something about the tea leaves not being contained in a bag and then having to. Chicks here in Texas are sports nuts. Cheeky sport nut. Come on, Mary, it's time for another song. Texas sport nuts with nipples. Do it. Let's see what AI comes up with. Maybe that should be our show. That would probably get more views than anything if we just made up stupid songs. Like, I'll come up with some kind of nonsense and you make the song.
Sure, you can do that.
Huh?
She's like, sure, we could do that. Completely dead set. Oh God. How's that waffle, Chris?
That's just good.
All I wanted to do was make peanut butter cookies yesterday, and then I thought, no, go eat some kale. Don't do it. Just go have a spoonful of peanut butter and no sugar, no wheat. Don't do it. I really want to go bake cookies when I'm done. Some kale, peanut butter, kale cookies. Oh man. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, this is like probably not the most elevated talk this week, is it?
It's been great. It's not bad at all.
It's been fun. It's been something.
Never a dull moment.
Well, how could there be? In real life, every moment's something, but it's never dull. Promise you that. It's not at my house. So Clive keeps trying to tell me I need to close down shop here in New York and go to Arizona. But I feel like if I did that, it would force me into psychic overdrive.
Oh, wow. That probably would.
I don't know if I could handle the energies there. Quite, just I don't want to say knowing my own limitations. That's a bad way of putting it. But I actually, now that I'm saying these words, it's a little scary to up that. But maybe I should change the vocabulary. It's an interesting thing to explore in my imagination to see what it might or might not feel like, the idea of leaving this apartment and just wrapping up the chapter and moving to wherever it is I go. And is that where I go to, I don't want to say wrap things up because I'm only 59, but it's like the last third. It's something to ponder, but then I think, you can't even get your ass out of the apartment for like a weekend to go to contact in the desert because you don't trust anybody with your birds. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Right. I'm going to have to get some kind of Mercedes van that's got a bed in it so I can take them with me. Right. My cousin lives in Tucson. I know people in Sedona, but like everybody's in Sedona. And then I know my friend in Phoenix, Clive. Who knows? Look, I feel like this is better than freaking Tinder.
I know.
Do they do this on everybody's show?
Yeah, Virgil he's something else.
Lorna, I think you need to go meet Virgil and either take a leap of faith or when you guys see each other and just be like, yeah, no. You always got to know. A friend of mine says, look, you don't know anything until you actually meet somebody and you smell them. It's a smell thing. Oh, God. This is hilarious. Yeah, like Mary should write a love song and play that for you guys while you flirt. He wants to collapse her wave into a what can I want to collapse your waveform into a particle? Uh-oh.
She wants me to write a love song?
She knows lots of Virgils. And have you taken their virginity? That was terrible. It was so bad. taking advantage of them. Frivolity and virgility and agility and absurd.
Does she want to get my song?
Should call it. Yeah, grown. Well, what kind of grown? Bad humor. Look, you're just making it worse, Lorna. Truly. Yeah, like, and this is just, it's making, I'd rather just talk to the audience than yap about everything I talk about all the time. Face pink drinking tea. Uh-oh, we're making pink face collapse her wave. I want to collapse your wave. That should be in the lyric, Mary. He wants to collapse her wave.
I could make something like that.
Oh, yeah. Clearly. I mean, it was Bigfoot's shiver. It was like in 30 seconds or less.
Collapse in the wave and then twat waffle and maybe some other variants.
Some other variants. It's like a disease we're creating with AI here. Like, what is it contagious? That's all I want to know. And do I need? Never mind. This is just deteriorating. Well, so here, on a serious note, I started listening to the audiobook Phenomenon by Annie Jacobs. I don't know, or Jacobson? Exhausted. Does anybody else feel weird, like with the full moon, like pulling and pushing and doing its thing? I wondered, like, it felt so weird today, and then I realized I think there's a full moon coming. Is that tonight or tomorrow?
It's coming.
It feels like it.
Mary wants to know, have you ever heard the band Escape from the Zoo?
No, I have not.
At the event,
Annie Jacobson. Like, I'm assuming, like, now we're having multiple conversations. I took notes on chapter 1. God forbid I ever get to talk to her. Because it's the amount of stuff the public doesn't know is completely insane. However, if somebody like Annie Jacobson can figure it out, you know, this is why I say the World Wide Web backfire all the information. If you can actually figure out what keywords to put in and how to find stuff, like the real stuff, you know, it's amazing how much we don't know and what the hell they're doing with our money, our taxpayer money. That's why, man, something's got to give. I feel like something's got to give. And I feel like there's some motion. I think there was supposed to be another hearing this week, but last week closed out with, now I'm not an expert on any of this stuff, but the way it works is if there's going to be a hearing, Congress and people get it in their email the week before. Yeah, exactly. That's what I listen to Audible, because I have a hard time sitting still to read. It's easier for me to listen as I get my chores done. That way, the chores aren't as boring, and things get done while I'm expanding. But yeah, man, like the whole first chapter, like even Ross Coulthart's book, I've listened to the chapters multiple times because there's just lots of information.
Yeah, a lot of information.
Yeah, times are really weird. I mean, there was one pundit going off today about how he's seeing the states break up into their own whatever, and that the America is going to be something completely unrecognizable, because, you know, when it was first set up to be a corporation, and like all Social Security, that was based on the population being a certain amount of people, and now the population has exploded, and, you know, so when kooks come around and say, oh, COVID, eugenics, trying to minimize the population. It's not so crazy after all, because the structures that were built to take care of the people by our government can't support, right? So something's got to shift. And hopefully there's a song by a band called Frou Frou. And one of the lyrics is the beauty is in the breakdown. So hopefully there'll be some kind of beauty to the breakdown. I feel like is in process.
Right.
And has been for a while. This is not some kind of new. We're just actually seeing it in a tangible manner. It's not just sort of lurking in the underneath, in the subtext that nobody pays attention to, and from that standpoint, like we've allowed ourselves to get so distracted that I think we are complicit in our own demise. That's good. But Keir Starmer, like I saw something about Keir Starmer complaining. Look at the tweet. I have to find the tweet. Saying that Keir Starmer is complaining, which is exactly like why people got arrested and incarcerated for complaining. And now he's complaining on social media. So my question in the repost of the tweet was, is he going to arrest himself now, or like what? It's just also ludicrous. Look at the double standard, triple standard. This is like all the more reason to every once in a while, when you're looking at these things and feeling yourself getting all, if you get whooped up looking at these things, I tend to laugh because it's just so dumb on its face. Like it's dumb. For Lorna, the role of the ambulance will be played by the fire engine.
Mm-hmm.
They probably are. Hold on. Are they outside? Is it fire engine company 24 now? It's just an ambulance. It's an ambulance. NYFD ambulance.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Should be very interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you stop flirting with her like that, maybe even Lorna. Even Lorna's on my side. You forgot the word even. Sorry, that was terrible. Terrible. All right, you guys, just try to stay happy. Try to make yourselves tune out of the nonsense and tune into your vibration. As hippie chick as that sounds, I did play my guitar, but I wasn't burning any patchouli. And there's no cat here, so it doesn't smell like cat pee or patchouli. I try. Isn't that what hippies smelled like? Cat pee and patchouli? I tickle myself. Stop it. Ow. Hey, cut it out. Who are you? You. Keep riding the frequency. And remember, you're what? Come on, Grizzly. What are you? You're in awareness.
Awareness. That is correct.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Frequency.
Are you ready to ride the frequency? Are you ready to ride the frequency?